you watched the video and you seen just a little bit of what the 200 f2 can do from Sigma. Okay, now I gotta admit that I wanted to know what the hype was about this lens, and when I started shooting it, I just was not convinced. Now, don't kill me in the comments, but I was not convinced because I was thinking, okay, I can get this type of look with a 135. And with that comes added benefits. I have a shorter working distance. I can communicate maybe a little bit better with the model. Compared to the 200, it is an absolute stretch. It gets very complicated. The distance that you need if you want to go full body, even though you want more of a portrait, that distance is significant, as you've seen from the video. You might argue, why would you use this lens with a model that, you know, may not know how to pose or may be a beginner? Because you need to be closer. That's a valid assumption. But when I'm using this lens, I kind of don't want to be limited, okay? And I do feel like that is something that I will have to consider. Oh, this model is just starting off. Okay, maybe I won't use this lens to begin with, but maybe I will, you know, get her warmed up, get her flowing a little bit, and then I could bring out this lens. But it just kind of adds to it. Now, when you talk about the distance also, what I noticed was you have to add kind of like that 4x5 crop factor. Unless you do it in post, then you're kind of good. But something I also noticed was, when I got the model fully in the shot, as soon as she started to contort her body a little bit, guess what? T-Mid was backing up some more, because I'm already so far back that once she starts posing and using her legs and extending and things like that, it was out the frame. Now, I wasn't convinced from that standpoint, okay? And you know, sometimes things have to grow on you. But I also used this with the Z6III, and so I used an adapter, okay? And when I did that, the focusing was a little bit off, I will say. It was very slow to focus. But when it did get the focusing right, it was absolutely tacked sharp. I cannot complain about the shots that were in focus. And pretty much, I felt like when I used the focusing functions, it helped focus a lot faster. Instead of racking focus the full spectrum, when I kind of cut it down to a specific distance, it kind of limited where the focusing area was, the focusing distance, and so that did help acquire focus a lot better. The other thing was with video. Video, it struggled the most while being adapted with this particular lens. When it caught focus, absolutely creamy. You got the bokeh. It was absolutely beautiful. I can't lie. And so that's what kind of made me go to this state of, I don't see what the hype is about. I could use my 135. And then something drastically changed. I took this lens out for another shoot where I had the most beautiful scenery, things like that. I compared it to the 135. I actually put it on Sony so that it had the native connection, and you know, it wasn't even a surprise that the focusing was flawless on the Sony body. But if you're like me, I have both systems, so I would love to be able to use my lenses on both sets of systems. So just for me to know that it is possible, it would make me go for this lens. So when I continuously started shooting with it and I got these images, they started coming through, and I'm like, damn, that's what they talking about.
Alright.
We'll do a test shot.
And action.
Tilt.
Killed it.
Stop it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Who are you?
That's what I'm talking about. Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Just absolutely blown away. When I started and I went through the images and I started looking at them with more detail, I'm a wide open shooter. You put that 200 compression on there, the background is completely obliterated, but it's so creamy and it looks so good. And then you got the model that is tack sharp and just popping out. And at that point, I was convinced, Sigma, take my $3,500 because damn, this lens is good. And I'm gonna tell you, a lot of people rave about like the 105 and I use the 135, but more so the 105. And not to compare them, but in terms of like instant impact and gratification, I didn't get that sense of gratification when I used the 105 compared to me using this 200 f2. So while they are different focal lengths and things like that, if I had to spend some money on something, and you know, they got their differences, right? But if somebody told me, hey, you can get this 105 or you can get this 200, I will go with the 200. If somebody told me I can get this 135 or you can get this 200, I'm gonna go with the 200. I'm going to accept the limitations with the distance. I'm going to work around all of those things because god damn it, when you get that shot lined up with that 200, it is special. So this is T-Med. Now I know what they're talking about. This is the first time I used the 200 f2. If you haven't used it, do what I did. Go rent it, check it out. I think you will agree, okay? I think you will agree. Now, it's a hell of a lens in terms of size. It's not really as heavy as I was expecting it to be, but amazing, amazing, fucking amazing. Peace.